Hey guys, what's going on? Back again with another video. As you guys know, in a few days on February 15th, we're going to get the new Warzone map called Ashika Island, and it's also going to come to DMZ. So for this, I want to talk about zombies maybe coming to both Warzone and DMZ. And this is the map you'll see on the left part of the screen. It's going to be a couple locations. I think in their blog, they talked about, some Easter eggs and stuff like that. In recent tweets and stuff like that too, the devs have talked about, and Infinity Ward and Call of Duty have talked about Easter eggs being on the map. Maybe people, it's going to hint to zombies. Some people are speculating that maybe there's already some zombies Easter eggs in there, and it maybe hints to the next Treyarch game or the next Call of Duty game that's coming. So that's some of the stuff that we're hoping for. Again, I'm going to talk more about what's there now in DMZ and Warzone on the current map that we have, Al Mazrah. If you don't know, again, like I said, DMZ is one of the modes that is kind of like Escape from Tarkov. You can kind of loot the map and try and get better weapons, and you have to escape without getting killed. You have to exfil the map. And a lot of people are comparing it to Outbreak that we had in Cold War, where you have to go and loot and look for Easter eggs and maybe some intel and solve some puzzles. Then eventually you have to try and exfil from the map. So those are some of the basic stuff that you should know by now. And what people are not really talking about, which I wanted to make this, is the fact that there's already some zombies Easter eggs on a DMZ. Not necessarily on Warzone, because Warzone is just you go around and you look for the enemies. It's player versus player, and there's a little bit of player versus enemy, some bots and stuff like that in some of the locations in Warzone. So you can't really look for intel. There's not really any Easter eggs, but when you play DMZ, you look for intel, you look for clues, you piece puzzles together and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. So one of the things that's on the map is this little doll. It kind of reminded me about maybe a Samantha Maxis, or maybe some type of new character, maybe like another version of Samantha Maxis. So this is one of the dolls that you can find on the map. You just go around and you loot. Some of the loot you can only get by completing objectives and some challenges and stuff like that. So this is just a quick little one that I saw that reminded me maybe like a somewhat of a little girl, maybe a little doll of Samantha Max. I know that was big on Zombie Chronicles. There were these little dolls all over the place. Maybe they're trying to link it all together eventually. I'm not saying it's 100% is Samantha Max's, because people have found other stuff on DMZ that might link to the other games. I think some people believe they found a locket, a heart locket that's similar to Raul Menendez heart lock that he had, and there's a couple other items on the map that people are again speculating that's linked to the other games and maybe zombies. So this is one that I thought might be like an alternate version or a new version of Samantha Maxis. But the one that's the big Easter egg is this one here. It's a comic book from Radioactive Thing, but in DMZ, like again, there's actually a lot of zombies Easter eggs on DMZ. The only thing is that the mode DMZ is really hard, and I even tweeted the devs at Call of Duty and Infinity Ward. When you get to the higher level, maybe you get like 2 or 3 wins in a row, the bots are way too difficult. They kill you instantly. You turn a corner, there's like 1 or 2 AI bots there, you're instantly downed and your game is over. And some of the challenges and puzzles on the map, it takes a lot. You have to kind of travel from one place to the next without getting killed. When you're traveling, you have like maybe 10 or 20 AI bots shooting your vehicle. Most likely your vehicle's going to explode. But again, this is one that I came across. It's pretty common. You'll see it pretty much on any shelf in any building that you go to, or any house or apartment. But I thought it was a cool Easter egg. It doesn't unlock anything, meaning you can't get skins like Blackout. I know Blackout it had zombies Easter eggs and zombies items that you can kind of use or unlock zombie character skins. For this, it's just a little Easter egg. I know back on Verdansk, they also had some zombie Easter eggs, and even in Caldera, they had some zombie Easter eggs, which never amounted to anything. I think most of that had to do with COVID-19. A lot of the devs didn't have time, or the studios didn't have time to complete what they wanted to do. They kind of really, and it's kind of almost happening with Modern Warfare 2 also, where you're almost getting the bare bones game, and there's not really much being added to it. There's no modes, there's no plunder, there's no, Kingslayer, there's no real modes or even like domination and capture the flag and stuff like that that Verdansk had, and maybe even Caldera had some of the modes. You're pretty much just getting bare bones battle royale for Modern Warfare. That's pretty much it. So again, this is gonna ask, like, if we're gonna get. Do you think we're gonna get some zombies um, for the new Ashika Island? Is it something that they would have time to do? I know we're all hopefully praying for it, but it's actually been a few years. I think it's even been since Verdansk, so it's going back as far as about 2019. So it's gonna be like 4 years, 3 years, 4 years that we've been asking for like a zombies mode on a big scale. I know we obviously got it with Outbreak, so that's I don't want to kind of sweep that under the rug. So Outbreak was huge. A lot of people loved it, and we're kind of wondering maybe why we didn't get it for um, you know, for Modern Warfare 2, why we haven't gotten it yet. And there's, again, some of these Easter eggs. Really quickly, the last thing I'm going to talk about is there is a journal somebody found for a mad scientist. I forget who it was. If they end up seeing this, I apologize. I don't know if I deleted the tweet or if I deleted the Instagram message. But there is I guess a challenge you can do on DMZ, and it mentions a mad doctor, kind of similar to Richtofen, how he does experiments and stuff like that. So again, it could be just a small little zombies Easter egg. I don't know if there's necessarily a mode that's going to come, but I did want to put some stuff out there that people haven't talked about yet. Anyways, I'll see you guys later.